Desert Horizons, AZ Off-Grid Unplugged RV Ranch. Today's the day. Let's see, the RV's right here. You can see the Jeep's been moved. A few days ago I had a delivery of propane. While the guy was here I said, "Hey, can you give me a hand?" And then out from the cab pops a ride-along guy that he had with him, showing him the ropes. So it took all three of us to push that Jeep. And that was 4 days ago. It was a little stuck on something, I don't know. We get it moved about 6 inches and it just wouldn't go. So I've been having some problems with my back the last few days, and it was finally yesterday. It's like, oh yeah, I pushed the Jeep. So that's one of the joys. But the plan today is move the motorhome out from underneath the shade, pull it forward up to here. I don't know if I'm going to get the tires. I'm going to get the one tire in that far rut, I know that. I don't know if the other one's going to fit into here or not. It's got to go down a few inches to make it even close to level. I'll probably still have to block up the back tires. But I got the patio area all cleaned out. Give you a little sense of scale there, how big this room I got cleaned up there. That was 3 days worth of work. Well, yeah, there you go. 3 days worth of work before I got the Jeep moved, digging up all that prickly pear. So it's no wonder my back has been giving me fits. Now it's to the point of sitting and not moving a muscle. All of a sudden it'll just, not moving a muscle. Oh. Another joy of getting old. And, a lot of the hay, I guess you want to call it, is dying around here. It was real pretty when it was green, but I don't want it anymore. I didn't even want it when it was still green anymore. Can't go for walks without watching too carefully the ground for rattlesnakes. You can't see farther than, let's go. Imagine this one was all thick. You couldn't see around that little corner right there. You didn't know what was there until you got there. And I didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. So like I said, today's the day for the move. I'm planning on it that way anyway. Woke up this morning planning on it. Went to bed last night planning on it. We'll see how it goes. See how it goes. It's a lot of work, but even just to move it that 30 feet, I got to take everything down and pack it like I'm driving across country. So those of you who live in an RV or been in an RV, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's not just get in, start it up and move it. It's like everything's got to be put away. You never know. Even though I'll only get it going 5 or 10 miles an hour, I may have to hit the brakes, or you never know. You don't know what sort of bumps and with all the holes Ruger's dug into the RV for laying places. So, but the bitch is going to be moving those concrete blocks for getting in and out. That's the one thing I've not been looking forward to this whole trip, is moving all those blocks. Ugh. Guess I'm going to put them 2 at a time into the wheelbarrow, and so time to get to it. Well, the move is halfway done. Got the RV pulled forward. Like I said, it's about half done. I still got to hook everything up. The solar, the water, the propane, the TV antenna, and all that stuff. As I was pulling it forward, I turned it a little too sharp too soon. And this top corner here hit. Actually, it was on the second board in. Board there. So tore a little bit of that rubber roofing. We'll have to patch that. But it appears to be level. And right where I dug that hole is right where the tire went in. So, like I said, it makes it level, so that's all I cared about. So I got to disconnect the battery and all sorts of stuff I still got to do. And I did want to show you how disgusting this is. Those are all pack rat droppings. They're not from a mouse, they're all from a pack rat. Those living in my engine compartment. And at least that many more up on top of the air cleaner itself. So I cleaned it down as good as I could. I couldn't get rid of all of them. They're just in too many places. Without taking the engine out, it'd just be way too difficult to get to. And this is underneath the back tire. I got one living up underneath the gas tank. So they're working their way in. Slowly but surely. This is what I don't want to have happen in the cabin. So I'm gonna get back to it. There comes Ruger. Good morning, everyone. Desert Horizons, AZ Off-Grid Unplugged RV Ranch. So it's going to be a beautiful day temperature-wise. The rest of the country is having major problems today as far as freezing. Snow all the way down to southern Tennessee and freezing all the way down to the Gulf and all the way across to Florida and Texas. Snow like crazy everywhere else, freezing temperatures. It's supposed to be like 82 today. The problem is all these clouds. Lots of clouds up there. But that's the way it goes. The new configuration of the Homestead. Water tank. Where were you, Ruger? What were you doing? What were you doing? Huh? What were you doing? You were doing something. I think I got it all set up now. Basically, I wasn't able to do anything for the last 2 days because I was so sore from everything I've been doing to get it all set up to move it. And then moving it. So today, hopefully, start my morning regimen of aspirin. But this is all kind of a mess in here. Thanks to a little puppy I got. Just loves to dig holes underneath the RV. This is where the back tires were. There's where the entry steps were. Another big hole there. Another hole here. Another one here. This was a deep hole, and then the carpenter ants came and filled it back in. So I'm gonna scrape all this crap into the holes and then bury it. And clean all this stuff up. Well, not all of it. A lot of the buckets and crap's gonna just stay here. And burn that cardboard since I don't need it to block the sun anymore for Ruger's food until next spring, and I got more of those boxes. Burn that. The sewer's all hooked up. Down to the Now it's going to be watering. Oop, another one of Ruger's holes. Now it's going to be watering the Palo tree, Palo Verde, so that should be much bigger come next year. This is the whole big patio that I've been working on for a long time, and I still don't know when it was I did that chaining out cactus, but that was probably right about where the steps are now, real close to it, right around in there. All those prickly pear all the way out to there. Got the solar panel moved and plugged in. When I first moved here with the RV, I had it pulled forward in the parking area, kind of under the awning. So when I moved it for the first winter, I pulled it back and I drove it forward out in toward the driveway is, where the solar panels used to be, if you remember. And then when I parked it again for this summer, I turned it around and backed it in underneath the awning. And now this year, I pulled it forward. So that's all 4 different places I can basically park this thing. And each time I move it, it's a totally different personality I get from when I'm looking out the window, sitting there drinking my morning coffee. It's the same exact place I've lived in for a year and a half now, but it just looks different, feels different. I've been kind of envisioning it with the clearing out of the cactus from over there on the far side of the awning, coming out and doing a couple of loops back and forth or underneath that one, and then around. Oops, where am I? And then around and then out to around where the green trailer is. Just clear out all the prickly pear in all this area, but then leave all the other stuff where it is. I just didn't want it so that every time I walked out the door, I was kind of hoping to have a tractor scraper like thing come out here and do all this for me really easy. Take about 10 minutes, but it happens. I didn't say that. Let's see. Here's where the Jeep is in relation to the motorhome. Barely got it pushed out of the way far enough. Like I said, it's a beautiful day on the ranch. No. But anyway, I was going to say earlier that when I was over in where I was spent winter last year, and I had the solar panel, I didn't put the solar panels up, this one right here, out there until January of last year. I was actually hooking it up right on my birthday. So I didn't put this out there until then, but I was thinking about it, that when I moved the motorhome back over to here, and when next winter when I moved it over to here, I was going to need an extension cord for the solar panels to hook up the array I have up on top of the awning there to the motorhome, because it was about 15 feet short, both sides. So I ordered a 20-foot thing last year, and I used it all summer long to connect the 2 panels here up to the motorhome, because it was just too far away. And then now I'm using it to connect the motorhome up out here. Like I said, I knew it wasn't going to be quite long enough. It was about 15 feet short. So, all planning way ahead. Thinking about what I needed and how to do it. And Ruger was all confused when I was moving the RV. He didn't understand what was going on. He stayed out of my way for the most part, especially when I was moving it. But he was a little confused there for a while. Well, I moved all of his stuff over to the patio area, I got his cushion over there, I got all of his bones, I got the carpets, I got the chairs over there. So then he started to understand what was going on. I wasn't leaving him. Not my Ruger.